Welcome to a story about Prophet HUD. May Allah be pleased with him. The people of Ad lived many years in the windswept hills of an area between Yemen and Oman. They were physically well built and renowned for their craftsmanship, especially in the construction of tall buildings with lofty towers. They were outstanding amongst all nations in power and wealth, which unfortunately made them arrogant and boastful. Their political power was held in the hands of unjust rulers against whom no one dared to raise a voice. They were not ignorant of the existence of Allah, nor did they refuse to worship Him. What they did refuse was to worship Him, Allah alone. They worshipped other gods, also including idols. This is one sin Allah does not forgive. Allah wanted to guide and discipline His people, so He sent a prophet from amongst them. This prophet was Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, a noble man. Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, condemned idol worshiping and admonished his people. He said, "My people, what is the benefit of these stones that you carve with your own hands and worship them? In reality, it is an insult to the intellect. There is only one deity worthy of worship, and that is Allah. Worship Him and Him alone. It is compulsory on you. He created you. He provides for you. He is the one who will cause you to die. He gave you wonderful blessings in many ways. So believe in Him. And do not be blind to His favors, or the same fate that overtook the people of Noah will also overtake you." With such reasoning, Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, hoped to instill faith in them, but they refused to accept his message. His people asked him, "O Hud, do you desire to be our master? What payment do you want?" Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, tried to make them understand that he would receive his payment reward from Allah, and did not demand anything from them except that they let the light of truth touch their hearts and minds. Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, tried to speak to them and explain about Allah's blessings, how Allah the Almighty made them Noah's successors, how He had given them strength and power, and how He sent them rain to revive their soil. Hud's people looked and found that they are amongst the strongest on earth. So they became prouder and more obstinate. Thus they argued a lot with Hud alayhi salam. They asked, "O Hud, do you say that later we die, not turn into dust? We will be resurrected?" He replied, "Yes, you will come back on the day of judgment, and each of you will be asked about what you did." A peal of laughter was heard after that statement. How strange Hud's claim are that these believers mattered amongst themselves. They believed that when a man dies, his body decays and turns into dust, which is swept away in the winds. How could that return to its original state, they asked. Then what is the significance of the day of judgment? Why does the dead return to life? All these questions were patiently received by Hud. He then addressed his people concerned about the day of judgment. He explained that belief in the day of judgment is essential to Allah's justice, teaching them the same thing that every prophet taught about. Hud explained that justice demands that there be a day of judgment, because good is not always victorious in life. Sometimes evil overpowers good. Will such crimes go unpunished? If we suppose there is no day of judgment, then a great injustice will have prevailed, but Allah has forbidden injustice to be incurred by himself or his servants. Therefore, the existence of the Day of Judgment, a day of accounting for our deeds, and being rewarded or punished for them, reveals the extent of Allah's justice. Hud, may Allah be pleased with him, spoke to them about all these things. They listened, but disbelieved on him.